we OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the steel. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal hour, and it's going to be an amazing one, guys. So we're going to be talking about a lot about fractals today. We got a lot of fractal stuff, but that's the news. Really not much going on. We got some stuff with Udi, with this catnip thing. Going to get into that. Going to get into a lot of topics about about the runes on Fractal, about BRC20s on Fractal. Get some updates with that. Obviously, that stuff doesn't go live until block 21,000. But I think we need to be ready for that. Fluid, one of our partners, announced their staking protocol is live, guys. It's live. We're going to get into that. Dotswap, I know you guys want to make Cat 20. We're going to have everything you need to know about that. It's coming. I was lucky enough to take a look at it. It was pretty cool, and looking forward to it. And that's really it. We're going to, chilling. But, guys, put your comments. We need comments today. Comments are really low, so put in there stuff that you want to take a look at. We can look at stuff, whatever you guys want to do. Kind of want to hang out with you guys today. We don't have no guests or anything today for the first time this week. Kind of really want to interact with our community, so hop in here, hop in Twitter, hop in the thing here, and we're gonna get into it. But without further ado, bringing my partner here as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Up, man. So Fractal's kind of taking the world by storm here. When I say that, I mean the mempool. It's at 22,000 sats per VByte.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. But there's so much just energy in the Bitcoin ecosystem overall, man. There's new developments happening left and right, but obviously Fractal has a spotlight right now, and deservedly so, right? You had people front run Unisat to create 2 token standards, and this Cat 20 standard's really starting to get a lot of attention, right? I think people are excited about it because it's supposedly going to be the smart contract standard. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's being minted. It's the only thing really that's causing this chaotic fees, right? And when I say chaotic fees, this is something funny. Some dude was like, "Oh, fees are over $400." It's like, no, dude. Like it's 0.00 whatever FB, but in Bitcoin terms, yeah, that's a lot of money. But in FB terms, it's not, right? It's like one FB is $25, so it's like it's not that much per transaction. I think you're paying maybe like 0.06 per transaction, which is like, was that like $3-4? So it's not like insane. I mean, it's crazy for Fractal because it's supposed to be pennies, but when you have blocks that are 24,000 sats per VByte, it's a lot.
Yeah, and imagine once we get to that, 21,000 block, right? And you're gonna have people rushing for the first 10K collections. You're gonna have people rushing for the first, BRC 20 or runes type of tokens as well. So it's gonna be very interesting. This is a new playground that, as much as people, I heard Udi in a space say, that he's like, Fractal is an altcoin. Let's not forget that. But at the same time, it's in the Bitcoin ecosystem 100%. It might be a separate chain, but it's 100% a part of the Bitcoin ecosystem. And I think people are just excited to be able to do degen things on this chain.
And Udi hates this, right? You can just tell. He hates it.
Because he rolled out a new idea. I will say it was pretty slick how him and Rendell and his team tried to kind of roll that out like they weren't really trying to step all over runes, but I mean, everybody saw it, right? So, but then Fractal took their thunder, and so it's kind of like, how does that feel? You know what I mean? You're getting a dose of your own medicine here.
So we're gonna get into all that, but first we're gonna get into some Bitcoin stuff. Just kind of see how the market is. Bitcoin controls the market, so we need to know the macro. We need to know Bitcoin, and then we can kind of get into the ordinals. And I feel like that's what we do with the show. Initial jobless claims came in today, 230,000 estimated, 227 prior. It came in at 227. So it's basically in line, same thing as last week. Nothing to see here, folks. Big nothing burger. And then we had wholesale prices, PPI rose 0.2. So it did rise a little bit, but it was in line with expectations. So again, big nothing burger, nothing new. Jerome's going to cut 0.25 because the ECB, Europe did. So 0.25 percentage points they cut today. The Fed is next, right? So taking all this in right now, what are you thinking? What is it?
0.25.
What's on your brain?
That's like the conservative outlook, right? We've been talking about that all week pretty much. And 0.5 would be, probably a little bit more bullish for the markets. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, we're getting a rate cut, and I think it's needed for this, timeline where we are. We'll see where it takes, because I think no matter what, guys, like we're heading into the end of Q4 or into Q4, the end of the year of the halving year. So I think we're just going to, be fine in general where we are. Stocks might be a little bit different story, but we'll see.
I think 0.25 is the way to go. I think if you put 0.5, people are going to be a little worried. Maybe the Fed sees something that we don't, and just kind of get, just go kind of get, and we don't want that. We want a nice slow deduction for months and months and months. We want 0.25 this month, 0.25 in November, December, 0.25 all next year. And I think getting us down to maybe next summer, we're down to the low threes, right? Because we are at 5.25. So it'll take, 8 cuts of 0.25. But, as that's going on, people are always speculating on later, right? So like when they see you cut 0.25 and they're like, oh, wow, he might keep cutting this. Let me pull some money out of the bonds. I'm getting 5% interest because now it's only 4% interest, and it might be 3% interest. And I don't want to be the last, the last person undoing my bonds, right? Like selling my bonds. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen with the big boys. They're going to get to thinking once this cut happens, and we're 6 days away from it.
Yeah. 6 days away from the decision, right? Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, because like these huge, whales / entities that make money from, the bank's money are probably starting to lick their chops and say, okay, it's about that time where we're able to not use our own capital, but borrow capital and make more, pay it back, and then we get our profit. So depending on, how aggressive they are with that, it might take a little bit of time, maybe another cut before that becomes aggressive. We'll see. But this is definitely perfect. Everything's lining up, right? We have that 4-year cycle lining up with the, the election, right? That lines up, and then you have rate cuts, kind of. So everything's kind of happening at the right time for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I agree. And NBA legend Scottie Pippen agrees too, because he says he's bullish on Bitcoin. He tweeted this out. Do you think he's calling Mike up and going, "Yo, Mike, we can buy in some Bitcoin"?
I don't know if he's able to call Mike directly up. He might have to call Mike's agent.
Scotty has to call Mike's agent.
I don't know, man. Like, if you saw the 30 for 30, like their relationship off the court isn't as close as a lot of people would think, right? And they even said that like during the season, but on the court, of course, they were, like peanut butter and jelly, right? So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a little off topic, but yeah, it was interesting that Scottie Pippen posted that.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows a little something about something, because it wasn't like he was just trying to launch a Scottie Pippen coin. He was
He
actually
did.
did
He
he?
launched the ball coin.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
But
okay.
yeah.
I see.
Well, it wasn't today. It was a few weeks back, and I don't know if it did well or not. I ignore it when I see celebrities launch something. But when they say a bullish on Bitcoin, that this type of headline, it gets it gets picked up. It gets by podcasts that don't normally cover Bitcoin stuff. So that's why I think this is pretty big.
Yeah. So he was probably fed some lines, because I saw a post he posted about Satoshi too. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. We're gonna get that.
I was just curious if he called Mike up and said, "Yo, Mike, get some Bitcoin, bro." Because Mike got that money. Mike's a billionaire. He owns. Does he still own the Bobcats? I'm not sure, but
I think partial owner, but
gotcha.
his shoe brand is what his empire is.
Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna get into that Bitcoin fear and greed. Let me bring that up really quickly. So we had it here. It's at I wasn't supposed to show you, but it was last week was 29, yesterday was 37, today is a 31. How do you feel about this? Do you think 31 is fair?
I think it's pretty fair. We were 37 yesterday. It did pull back yesterday. Remember, it had kind of like a retracement, because the day before it was like, that's how every day's been kind of choppy,
Yeah.
right? It's like, if we have a good day, tomorrow we're gonna have a bad day. If we have a bad day, next day we're gonna probably have a good day. So we're just in this consolidation, choppy period, and hoping that Q4 really pulls us out of this, right? Because it's just been just like that. Unless there's like a big news event, which you'll either dump or pump, heading into a weekend or something. So
Yep. And I'm thinking we're probably gonna run into the cut, potentially by the news, sell the rumor, or by the rumor, sell the news again. And I think that happens. I think we're gonna get a pump going into tomorrow, and because all the economic data is out as of now, so we might get a pump today. I think it will happen tomorrow, because the stock market had an incredible pump yesterday. It was up like 3% on the day. So I think that we're gonna get probably pushed down a little bit today, because of the market needs to kind of fix itself a little bit. But then tomorrow I think we pump, and I think we pump on Monday, going into the rate cut, which I think is Tuesday. It might be Wednesday. I think it's the 18th, right? So yeah,
18th.
so 6 days.
It's Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Yeah, so I think we pump Monday and Tuesday, and maybe cool off a little bit Wednesday, and then kind of get back at it. But I think Bitcoin's back up by the end of the month. I think we're headed. We're gonna get that dot on Plan B. If Plan B ever gets off his boat, and puts a damn dot on the chart, but I think that gets to numbers that we should get to at 78,000 sometime in October. What do you think?
I mean, October was, I think, pretty bullish for us last year. A lot of people are looking towards October. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting, because the first day of Token 2049 is September 18th. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So the same day the rate cuts are happening, people are going to be at a convention in Singapore for crypto. So it's going to be very interesting. I'll be out there. So if you are going to Token for 2049, hit me up if you want to possibly just meet up and have a conversation, talk, whatever you want to do. I'll be out there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This next week is going to be very interesting, because it could start the spark to October.
Yep.
So
all right, let's get to the next topic here. Fluid. They put out a tweet this morning. They said, on Bitcoin ordinals have so much room to grow. We can't stop being so bullish, and we're pretty sure you will be too after you hear this one, introducing fluid staking. So we had access to it for a while now. We really don't have anything staked besides what we did today. But we're going to show you how to do it right here. It's real simple, real easy. Everyone has the same opportunity, and getting in today, getting in tomorrow, I don't think it really matters, right? So as long as you get in before. I
will say it matters. Time does matter, because there is a 1,000 limit stake amount for each of these projects. That's just kind of how they set them up default for the initial run through.
Gotcha. So you just want to go to app.fluidtokens.com, and then it come here, and then you're just going to go to staking. Real simple. And you can see there's 3 here. And if you are a project or a project founder who would like to get your project staked on there, you can. Or let's just say you have a ordinal project and you would like to maybe create a rune. and you can give 100% that rune to the people who stake their ordinal. So you can, you have an ordinal project, you create a rune real quick, it's like, hey, you guys get this deal. It's a meme coin, it's really cool, it's has a cool name to it or whatever. You get this for doing that. And this is all non-custodian. So Raul and his team have no access to this whatsoever. It's all locked in your wallet. You sign partially, they sign partially. It's the normal thing. So you just come here, stake. I have some Billy Cats in this wallet here. I'm gonna hit stake. It does take about like a minute, but then it pops up, and you just select them. You can select up to 10 at one time. If you select to 11, you will get it won't go through. So you make sure that how many I have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dang. RAF,
9,
man. RAF.
Yeah, I got a few. And then so I'm gonna click here. It says 10 items, select it. I'm gonna hit stake. My wallet's gonna come up. So if you don't have enough Bitcoin in there, you will come up with an error. But see, I'm gonna come down here and it's gonna charge me $11. Let me see. I think that's going back to my wallet, and that's so it's gonna cost me $14.45. I'm gonna hit confirm. Network fee is $7. Confirm. But I'm doing 10 of them. That's why it's so expensive. That's why it feels so expensive, but it's really not. And then success, done. And then you can go to your staked, and at first you won't see them because you have to wait the Bitcoin block. But I did it in another wallet, and I'm going to show you guys really quickly. Here it is.
Yeah, and guys, this is all happening on native Bitcoin layer 1. So for you Bitcoin maxis or ordinal maxis, I would say, which is kind of ironic because ordinal maxis hate ordinals. But anyway, if you live your life that way, you'd be pleased to know that this is all happening on Bitcoin's native layer, and it's all non-custodial. So these are locked in your wallet to a certain block height.
Yeah. So
no one has custody except for you, and it's just locked to a certain block height, and then you're earning once that's released. So you'll get the earned assets once that's released. So this is huge. I mean, no one else is doing this on Bitcoin, and so that's why we were so bullish on Fluid tokens. But go ahead.
Yeah, 100%. And you can see here, stake 10 ordinals, 100 billion Billy Cat, split it across wallets. So there's 100,000 billion dollar cat tokens. You'll get so depending on how many Billy Cats get put in is the portion of your supply. So I think that's really cool. You're gonna get some Billy Cat, and we both think the Billy Cat $1 billion cat could do really well. So you're gonna earn this token, and then you'll be able to unstake your cats on October 24th, which is probably going to be a good time anyway. I'm probably gonna do all mine, and I'm definitely excited for this. But just remember, this isn't like the only one, right? So if you go back, my screen here. If you just go back to the regular site, you can kind of see everything else that's staking there. Let me show this again. Yeah. So right now you have Galactic Goods, Runestones, and Billy Cat. And like I said, you keep checking back because you're gonna get more and more projects here. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. And just to give you guys a heads up, though, so staking closes at the end of September, or once the max amount is reached, right? So for Billy Cats, it's 1,000. I think all of them are 1,000, right? In terms of max staked amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this is a million rune.
Okay.
This is 1,000 runestones, but yeah.
And 1,000 Billy Cats. Yeah. So they are opening so these are all kind of like the first initial just 3. So I know they're working with other founders to release their staking vaults. But you have until the end of September for these, right? You do have to use an Xverse wallet. For now, it's exclusive with Xverse. So in the future, could possibly be able to use your Unisat wallet or another Bitcoin wallet, but for now it's just Xverse. But you have the end of September, and then for the Billy Cats specifically, you will get able to unlock your Billy Cats at the end of October, and that's whenever you'll be able to get the release of your reward there. So
yeah, man. And then I got a question here. It says, do the guys from Fluid Stake and have an escrow for possible airdrops for Runestone, just like Liquid? So Liquidium does. So I think what's happening is you're locking it in your wallet, so it's never really leaving your wallet. So I think if you do get the airdrop, it'll come to that wallet, right? But if not, Fluid will make sure you get your airdrop. Yep. I can promise you that.
Make sure you guys join the Fluid space at 1 p.m. Eastern today. We reposted it, retweeted it on our Ordinal Revolution X account. Join that for all the questions that you have for Raul, because he's going to be there. We'll be there with him. There's going to be some other builders as well in there. So bring those more technical questions to that space, because he'll be able to answer them right then and there.
But that is a question that I'll ask personally. I'll make sure that question gets answered. But I'm pretty sure that it's still going to look like it's in your wallet. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see.
Yep,
but yeah. What do you think about this? Do you think this thing is pretty big?
Huge. Yeah, I think it's huge. They're the only ones that I know of that are offering this to builders, right? And so we know of a couple builders that are trying to do kind of this simple, straightforward staking approach, and then a couple other that have great ideas to utilize this, right? So if you're a builder, work with Fluid, partner with them. They might be able to provide an API depending on the agreement and stuff like that, so to where it looks white labeled, right, by you guys. I would just literally have a conversation with them and see where it goes from there. But it's huge for the space because, like I said, no one else is offering this from my knowledge.
Yeah, and if you're a project, come into the space later. Like I said, it's 1 p.m., so it's an hour and 40 minutes from right now. Come into the space, ask your questions. You might be able to help you out right then and there to kind of get you started if you're interested in using their staking for your ordinals. But yeah, moving along here. Unisat, exciting news. Unisat app now on iOS. We're thrilled to announce the Unisat app is now officially downloadable in the App Store. Amazing. I actually downloaded it this morning. I created a new wallet. I didn't put my old wallet stuff in there. I don't like doing that. I just created a new wallet, and then I just send over some Fractal Bitcoin. So I have a Fractal Bitcoin now on my phone that if I'm ever out, if I'm in the school line getting my kids, or if I'm at ShopRite, or if I'm at Costco, I can now be able to mint on Fractal. I was a little worried about that. I was a little worried about leaving my house after block 21,000, because it's like, what if the OSD guys like, yo, we're minting this? I want to be involved in that, right? So I was a little worried about that, but now I feel secure that I will be able to do it from my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. I need to download it from my phone. I'm going to do the same exact thing, have a new wallet fresh, and just see how it feels. I always do that too. It's kind of like you said before. You used to always say, wallet hygiene kind of situation, right? So
I'll actually show you guys my phone. Let me log in. And
are they going to be able to see it?
What it looks like. I think so.
It's always weird whenever you like put your phone up to the camera, because it like the lighting or something throws it off. We'll see.
Can you see it?
A little bit, but the reflection is right there. Yeah, I can see myself in your phone.
Yep. But yeah, I liked it. I downloaded it. I sent over 100 FB just to kind of keep it in there and kind of just in case. Jump to the next thing here. Unisat, another update. We are pleased to announce several key updates to the Unisat Explorer, providing improved access to Fractal mainnet. What's new? Detailed mining information displayed. The full list of CAT20 tokens, overview of holders, circulating supply, total supply figures of SB. So if you go to Unisat, it's fractal.unisat.io, and I can actually show my screen again. You can kind of see it looks very similar to the one at unisat.io, right? But it's for Fractal. And if you want, you can change it back. So if you do go to unisat.io, you can just click the thing here and just change out the Fractal, and it comes here. But the best part is the Explorer. You come here, and what it's going to do, it's going to take you right to this amazing Explorer. And what you'll notice is CAT20. You'll hit CAT20. Boom. 47% minted, 19,379 holders on this token. Nothing else being minted. The whole reason the mempool is even at 22,000 is because of this goddamn cat. But yeah, man. So what do you think? What do you think about this? First off, it was deployed 9/10, which was 2 days ago. 40% minted. So there's 21 million. And it's 5 per mint. That's why it's taking so long.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I was very, very shocked that it hadn't minted out yet. But maybe they set up the perimeters intentionally this way. But 19,000 holders, that's a good sign. And it's only halfway minted, right? So I know a bunch of retail people want to figure out how to do this. But I think that, like you said, Dotswap's cooking something up, maybe. But yeah, people were trying to rush to get this. That's for sure.
Do you remember how many mints it was for Sats? I'm not off the top of my head. I don't know, but this is 4.2
remember.
million. 4.2 million mints.
Really?
Yeah, 4.2 million mints. That's 4.2 million transactions.
That's a lot
Absolutely
of
insane.
minutes. That's a lot.
So
of
I
minutes.
think that beats sats. I think you know, if this was normal Bitcoin with 10-minute blocks, this would take a lot longer. This would be like probably a few months, but this is going to be a few days over here on Fractal because of the blocks being 30 seconds.
Wow, it trims it down that much. But I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, Sats had a way different supply as well, too, right? Because you had 2.1 quadrillion.
Yeah, I know, but it was like whatever it was. It was like I think that many mints, right? So you have to do the mint the amount of mints by supply, and that'll get you the amount.
So
But
the
I don't think it was
ratio,
over 1 million.
the ratio you're saying was kind of similar. You think?
I think so. I can't put. I don't know off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
Maybe someone in the chat does. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, move along here. Something big coming from Dotswap. Dotswap put out a tweet this morning, says Cat 20 minter is coming soon. Get ready to mint protocol cat token with ease. Meow. They tweeted meow. This is an actual tweet from them. I just copied and pasted it. What do you think about this? What do you think about Dotswap? We actually were able to see it. They did send it over. We took a look at it. What was your impression of it?
I mean, it looks cool, right? But I think everybody's trying to figure out a solution for this, right? So,
Yeah.
Dotswap's obviously been very innovative in our space and or tries to push the envelope. So I'm not surprised that they're, one of the first ones to have this solution. But there's going to be. I feel like it's kind of like runes. Remember when runes first started? There was everybody trying to build tooling and stuff for that. So I don't know, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man. And I did take a picture of it. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it though.
Well, yeah, if you weren't allowed to, probably shouldn't show
it. I don't think I'm allowed to show it. But yeah, so I just want to read the mess over. They sent me a few pictures and stuff like that. So it looks really good, guys. This is going to be your opportunity to get some. Hopefully it's out today. But as you can see, there's still 2 million mints left. So I wouldn't really be, all antsy to get it, but definitely when it goes, go. But I wouldn't really worry too much. I think you'll definitely be able to get the amount that you want. It does seem like it's not cooling down though, and this is just going to be insane. So just keep an eye out for it. Put Dotswap's notifications on. Put the notifications on for Ordinal Revolution. If I see it, I will tweet it out as well. Shizzy at Shizzy Sats and at Yagobi first. So follow us there. That's also in the show notes below if you guys want to check that out. But you do, if you are a American citizen, to use this stuff, you will need a VPN. We have one in the show notes. You can get a 70% off discount. So definitely use it. Use our discount. Don't pay full price for it. Use our discount. It's in the show notes. Just it's easy enough to remember. It's VPN, nordvpn.com/Ordinal Revolution. So you can check that out or go to the show notes, get the link, and use it that way. Yeah. But moving along here, Dotswap, FB TVL broke 10 Bitcoin on Dotswap. 10 Bitcoin yesterday. I think I said it. I can't remember. I think it was like 3 or 4. I think it was 3.7. And now it's 10. People are using Dotswap. Finally, I just feel so good for the guys at Dotswap because nobody was really using the swap, even with the rune stuff. They were still buying on Magic Eden, but they could think they found a way to people to use their stuff, right? Be early.
Yeah, people were just really messaging me too, actually. People that are OGs in the space, and they're like, "Hey, how are you guys getting FB?" Blah blah blah. And I said, "Well, there's two ways to do it. You can go through CoinX, right? Which initially it seemed like it was pretty smooth, and then Dotswap really jumped on that. And again, another example of them taking advantage of an opportunity. And so then that's where I got my FB, and it was really really smooth, right? I think some people have. So there was a couple issues. One, first you got to deposit your Bitcoin. So it's kind of like a modular system, right? You got to deposit the Bitcoin actually into their system, and then you can buy FB. But once you buy FB, you actually have to do the action of withdrawal, and that will send it to your FB wallet side, right? The FB chain for Unisat. So you got to make sure that you follow through all those steps, because if not, you might be posting on X saying, "Hey, I feel like I got scammed." No, you just didn't go through all the steps. So that's the first thing. I actually had a little hiccup with that. And then the second one was I think there was like some sort of UTXO kind of issue to where they were needing to split some stuff or something, right? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I know is that I had tried to get like 21 FB like 2 days ago, and I still haven't gotten it out. So I've reached out to the Dotswap team. They said, yeah, it's a known issue. We're working on it. There's a bug with some UTXO thing. You will definitely get your tokens. And if you go to Dotswap, you can actually see it pending. So it's there. So don't worry. But let me show you guys how to do it if you guys are interested. Obviously this is all trust. You have to trust Dotswap. This is basically a centralized exchange. So first thing you have to do is just go to Dotswap.app and you just click V1. So V3 is our rune swap. V1 is their fractal stuff. So when you go to V1, it changes everything. And then the first thing you're going to do is just go to swap FB. And it's going to put you to the screen right here. It's going to bring up your Bitcoin balance and your FB. And you're going to hit deposit. It's going to take you to this screen here. And then you're going to deposit Bitcoin, hit deposit again. And then you're going to put the amount that you want to deposit in, right? Whatever you want to do. I think you got to put a 0 first. And then you can put that amount of Bitcoin in. I don't have no Bitcoin in this wallet, so that's why it's not letting me. And then you just come over here. So back to swap. Make sure you're on Fractal. And then after like 2 blocks, give it like 2 blocks, the balance that you deposited will be here. And then you will swap that for FB. And then after you do the swap, it's automatic. It's instant. So you'll have it in there. Then you just have to go back. You just go up to here, and then you'll go to view account. And then you'll come down here. You'll see the FB down here, and then you'll just click withdraw. And then in about 60 block confirmations, which is about 30 minutes, give or take, you will have your FB in your wallet. You will have to go to Unisat and then change that from Bitcoin mainnet to Fractal, and then you should see your it in there. So I did it 2 days ago, and I said the 21 got stuck. And then last night I got a few more. So I went back into Dotswap, did it again, and then I got that right out. So it's just some of them are getting stuck, some of them aren't, depending on. See, the thing was when I did mine, an error popped up, and I pressed OK, refreshed, and then did it, and that's the thing that got stuck.
It went through. Okay, I got
you. So I think it was something that I did. So if you do get an error, stop what you're doing, exit out, come back later, try again. So
gotcha.
All right. So Base hinting at a Bitcoin layer 2. They put out a tweet. It was an orange base symbol. We do know that they have a CB BTC. What do you think about this? What do you think about Base potentially getting a Bitcoin layer 2? Yeah.
Huge. I actually didn't even realize that. But that's big. They see what we see, that the probably the largest opportunity in this bull run is going to be the Bitcoin ecosystem really building out, right? Because we were talking with Adam McBride last night in the Bells Corner. If you guys haven't checked out that new series, you definitely should, because it is mostly about Bells, but we talk about the kind of overall UTXO ecosystem, because that's what's being built out right now.
Yeah.
But we're running it back, from last cycle, except for instead of EVMs, we're doing UTXOs, right? And so I think this is huge, and Coinbase sees that. And so they're trying to take advantage of this opportunity, and them having that new wrapped Bitcoin is huge too, because they want to make sure that that's really stable, strong. They want to be the best version of a wrapped Bitcoin, in my opinion, because they just want to make sure that people are confident with wrapped Bitcoin. So
could this be their way of listing ordinals?
Definitely could.
You know what I mean?
Definitely could. Yeah.
If you just go to Base and then you just change it from Ethereum to Bitcoin, and then potentially ordinals pop up instead of NFTs, and then maybe you can do what you need to do, and potentially Coinbase's wallet could they could upload the indexer to it, and then you could see your ordinals and stuff inside of a Coinbase wallet in the future. I think this is all coming. I think it's just a matter of time. But I'm curious of your opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, when you have centralized exchanges launching chains, I think it's a little bit tricky, and they get the benefit of the doubt a lot more than a no-name kind of entity that launches a new chain. And what I mean by that is that they'll probably get a lot more passes, right, in terms of centralized versus decentralized, right? We all know like BNB is probably pretty centralized, right, in terms of like their validators and controlling a lot of things. I think that's what's happening here too with base, and they see the opportunity for fee earning with DeFi, their version of it. And that's what they're doing. They're just really putting a product out there into an ecosystem that they see is going to probably generate a lot of profit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I think I swear Brian Armstrong, he's trading ordinals. He's always been a Bitcoiner. He's always been Bitcoiner first. You know, for the longest time, all they had on their exchange was Bitcoin, and then he started to get a little more degen once he saw how fast Binance and FTX was moving, and then he started adding the other stuff. So, but he's always been a Bitcoiner at heart, and I probably think that he's trading some ordinals. What do you think?
Possibly. I don't know about personally. Maybe personally he has like his own little collection and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. Like those guys are so rich that like they're probably doing some other crazy stuff for fun. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, you know, but it's just so easy to do from your phone, right? So, and these guys, you know, they're insanely rich, and for them, they can just buy whatever they want.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
and they have a lot of Bitcoin, right? So, and
it's
you
like
know,
going to
and
the
they're digital
casino.
guys.
It's like going to the casino
Well,
for
I don't
them,
know
right?
casino. They just probably buy stuff and no intention of selling it at all. These guys, they don't buy art to sell it; they buy art to show it. So if like someone comes up like, "Oh yeah," or don't think, "Oh yeah, I got one of these OMBs." You see these? You know what I mean, and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah. I don't
so,
know. But it'd be interesting to be able to see the wallets of those, CEOs and
yeah,
founders
for sure.
of huge
They'll
entities.
never say it. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
there's
something
gonna be
also about Bitcoin.
but there would also be like a ton of stuff just sent to them because when Sheeb was taken
Yeah.
off, people were sending like millions of Sheeb to Vitalik, remember?
Yeah.
And so he was just like, stop sending Sheeb to my wallet, and he donated it to like I think India was going through like some issue or something.
It was because his lawyers were like, "Dude, you're gonna have to pay a crap load of taxes," and he was like, "Oh crap!" So that's why he donated it for tax write off.
Gotcha.
Because it didn't look like income. But that's the only these people. They're not generous, right? He did pick a spot that was getting hit pretty hard, but they're not generous. They just want to not pay taxes.
Cover themselves.
Runes on Fractal follow the same set of rules as Bitcoin mainnet. So this was a tweet from my good friend Block. I asked Block to come on the show, but he said he was busy. Well, we're going to get him on a little bit next week. He is going on a trip this weekend, so Block's not going to be around for the craziness of Block 21,000. He said potentially he's going to have to do it from his phone, but lucky for him, Unisat did give him that wallet. So
yeah, I can't imagine that dude, come on, he's gonna be posting left and right.
You think so?
Yes.
He's going on a little trip
With Mrs. Piggins or whatever.
I found the tweet right here. Let me show it. All right, so it's Block says breaking. We now have small updates on the Fractal Bitcoin documentation. Runes looks like the runes run the same as mainnet, and whatever reason, all runes will be displayed in lowercase. These will roll out at block 84,000. So the ordinals and BRC20s will be rolled out at block 21,000, but these are coming. What is that? 63,000 blocks later. So that's pretty cool. And let me bring this up right here. So
I thought they announced that they're going to be released the same time now.
No. So they're basically just saying it's the same rules as mainnet. So it's the 13 characters after so many blocks, or so many blocks late. After that, it'll be cut just the same way. So it's going to be exactly the same as runes. I'm not sure if it's 13 characters though, but it does say same rules as mainnet. So these, the runes protocol Fractal operates under the exact same rules as Bitcoin mainnet. This means that if you're already using runes on Bitcoin, transitioning to Fractal will be straightforward. So that basically means though, like you'll be able to like do Dog Go to the Moon again, right? Like I don't understand. I don't know if they're gonna block those out or not. Could we have our own Dog Go to the Moon over here? Like it's just, I just wish they wouldn't do the 13 characters.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to. I mean, I wish they could get rid of those too, because we've heard feedback from the Chinese community that they hate that part of it, right? Yeah. But we'll see. They're obviously going to have a bridge for those, I think, right? Is what I'm thinking. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's so much to unpack, right? Yeah. There's new standards. There's the stuff that can be bridged, what's going to be hot? What's going to, is Fractal going to be support for runes in terms of existing runes right now, and to have liquidity pools over on this side? You know what I mean? There's just so much to really unpack. And I think that we're just going to have to wait for some of it to see how it plays out. Because I definitely don't think runes is, done or anything like that. Not at all. But there's people on layer 1 that are trying to really, in my opinion, push it down the narrative of runes and have their own, standard get pushed up. But if there's support like liquidity pools and centralized exchanges, then I think runes is going to get stronger, even if it's not initially on layer 1. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah. So it's another one right here. Block says Unisat has updated its BRT20 documentation to clarify 6 to 12 byte tickers are the limit now. So originally they said up to 32, but now they're coming out and saying, we don't like that as much as we thought we did. To avoid conflicts with existing assets on Bitcoin mainnet, the rules for BRC20 on Fractal has been specially tailored. Ticker names on Fractal mainnet will be limited to 6 to 12 bytes. Tickers with 4 or 5 characters will not be permitted, as they are already being used on Bitcoin mainnet. So they're basically saying 6 to 12. So you can't use 1 or 2 or 3 either. So 4 and 5 obviously is mainnet. Maybe 1, 2, and 3 will also be mainnet. But what do you think about this? Just going from 6 to 12.
I mean, this kind of gives me a little bit of a forecast to what I think they're going to do with runes, which is, have those 13 character ones, off limits. And that's what they're doing here with BRC20. So I like this. Yeah. This is a way for Unisat to say, hey, look, we're not separate, from Bitcoin in the sense of like, we're doing completely our own thing. We want to be a part of the Bitcoin community as much as possible, ecosystem. And so that's what they're doing. They're respecting that. And so the legacy BRC20s will remain intact over here as well. I actually like this.
Yeah, man. I like it too. I like the 6 digits. Like I like Dragon, Hustle, Elephant, right? Some pretty good ones. I don't know. I just, in my own head, and I'm not going to deploy any of these, but that's just something I'm looking for. But they got to have the right tokenomics. One, you can't have a pre-mine, because it is showing pre-mine potentially for some of the cat tokens. They got pre-mines, so you have to be careful with that. I don't know. Can you pre-mine a BRC20? I know, or maybe it's full self-issuance only, right?
No, yeah, self-issuance, but I mean it's the same thing, isn't it?
You can't do a percentage. You have to do the whole thing.
No, you can self-mint 100% when you launch it. But you
can mint it yourself, but you can't like do 20% like how like they were doing on runes.
No, but like whenever you do create a new ticker to deploy, it does ask you how many you want to mint for yourself when you deploy. So
does it?
In a sense, there is a pre-mine.
But still,
it's not by percentage though.
That's not a pre-mine though, because you can get as much as you can get. You can mint it basically fair as everyone else. So as soon as you able,
but no, there's a 2 transaction in one situation with the deploy.
Okay.
On Unisat. So it asks you how many do you want to self-mint, basically.
Okay.
And so that to me is a pre-mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but there isn't. It's not set by percentage. It's you have to do how many mints, because you set up like how many per mint and stuff like that, and it asks you how many do you want to mint to yourself.
Has that always been that way?
Yeah, it has. But people just didn't really talk much about it. It was weird. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a category for pre-mine before, like in terms of showing it, but. I mean, I could be remembering that incorrectly, but I swear that's what I remember it as.
Yeah, no worries. Next chat thing here. I got into this already. Yeah, so the next thing is Udi. Udi FUDs runes and preps for new BTC token standard Catnip. Another cash grab? What do you think about this?
Yeah, this was very, very interesting on how they rolled this out. I think a lot of people in the space respect people that are like the cypherpunks, like Rendell, Cypher, those type of guys, right? And but Rendell works for the Taproot Wizards team, And so he basically rolled out this post that was kind of saying that, like, you know, Runes isn't a great fungible token standard for AMM capability on layer 1, but catnip is, and or catnip can be done on layer 1, but both can have off-chain computation, and you can have AMMs using OpCat for both standards, but it's just off-chain, you know, computation. So he's basically saying that to do it like Ethereum is impossible for Runes. But I mean, it just sounded honestly kind of like they were really trying to pump up their token standard and let everybody know that, you know, Runes is not great, in my opinion. So that's what I got from it.
Their token standard can't come until OpCat gets put on Bitcoin, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we might be years away from that, essentially.
Yeah. I think a little bit of both things happen here. Some people overreacted, which I get. I mean, we know our space. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, your family, you know, and they're going to overreact emotionally because they're wanting to protect their bags. And I get it. And then on the other side, I mean, he can deny it all he wants, but Udi was fudding Runes. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because OpCat is needed for that to happen regardless. And Casey is the creator of the Ordinals protocol. He was the man of the year for 2023 for all of crypto. He has his influences, you know, love him or hate him, you know what I mean? Yeah. So Runes isn't going anywhere, in my opinion. I think if anything, it's going to be solidified in other ways. Because at the end of the day, like, you still got to wait for 10-minute blocks with OpCat and catnip if you want to do AMM stuff. So what you're going to, it's not going to be a quick trade environment ever. You know what I mean? And then sniping, come on. Like, that's, if you can, like, MEV is going to be horrible with 10-minute blocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, that's how I look at it. I think it's a little bit of a nothing burger, but I get why people are treating it as a bigger deal. I get it.
How do you feel about, like, Udi and Casey? How is their relationship? I remember when we saw them in I think it was New York. Yeah, it was New York. They were like huddled up in a corner talking. It was really weird. I remember walking by and like, oh shit, that's Udi. Oh shit, that's Casey. And then being like, what are they doing over there? But
first night we went out.
This is New York. Yeah, this is they were
at the club.
The Wizards. Casey was already there. He was in like in a suit, and then Udi came in with a whole bunch of Wizards and stuff like that, and they were talking for like 15 minutes. But I was like, what do you think? How do you think their relationship is?
I have no idea, man. But I would love to be like a fly on the wall for that conversation, right? I think everybody has a little bit of their own initiatives and, you know, goals, and I think they differ from each other's a little bit. At the end of the day, you have to give the respect to both of those people. One, Udi, because he pushed and he was a lot of the marketing in terms of ordinals, right? Like just laughing in the laser eyes face, and I mean, that whole conversation with him and Greg. What's his name? Greg.
I don't even hear from him anymore. Greg Foss.
Yeah, Greg Foss. Yes, that was so fun. Remember, like, whenever we made like the video with the graphics, but that was a huge deal in our space, right? Udi really did push the envelope forward in a trolling and most Udi way of doing it. And then, of course, you got to give respect to Casey for creating the protocol itself. And so, no matter what happens, I think that both of those people are gonna have really, you know, their places in history of ordinals and the Bitcoin ecosystem of this next generation. And you know, but that's kind of how I feel about those two guys.
Yeah, man.
We forgot the Bitcoin price action today.
Did we? Let's jump into it.
Brought to you guys by Bitperp. Yeah, we're going to go over Bitcoin price action really quick, but it is brought to you guys by Bitperp, which is a perpetual leverage DEX that you're going to be able to 100x, not 100x is degen. Okay, so you're gonna be able to do like trade runes, Bitcoin layer 1 assets. It's gonna be really, really fun, and they're gonna be launching in Q4. So listen up to that for the updates on that. And then also the paper trading competition. But let's jump into the price action really quick. So I always start with the hour chart here, guys. And, you know, it looks like we are in a little bit of a sell down, not too much. You know, we had a really good push back up from yesterday. Like I mentioned, it's been kind of chopped back and forth each day. One good day, one bad day, one good day, one bad day. But I think the CPI is starting to have a positive effect because we did get up to 58,000. I think we probably see a little bit more sell down today, and I think that they try to grab liquidity at 58,800, 59,000 around that range before heading back down, and maybe the sell the actual news event, you know, leading up to the 18th. Who knows how much stronger we get? Maybe we pass that, but I do know there's a liquidity pocket at 58,800, 59,000 around that range that they can liquidate. So once they see that, they taste blood, they go for it, right? So the rest of today, I think it's more like a little bit more consolidation with maybe a little bit of down trend with then popping back up. Like I said, I think we do go for that 58.8. For the 8-hour chart, though, man, this is looking pretty good. If you see here, I mean, we opened back up with showing strength, right? So the next 7 days, 7 to 10 days leading up to that rate cut, we could have some bullish price action, you know, maybe get back to 60,000, 61, 62 before they, you know, ear hole us again. And maybe we dump one last time before October, but looking pretty good on the 8-hour chart. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe today just consolidation with a little bit of downtrend and then pop back up for that liquidity pocket. And if they get that liquidity pocket, they might, you know, they typically don't right after they grab it, they don't go right to the other direction. They'll continue up, and I think that could play into the 8-hour chart. So that is what I'm seeing, guys. A little bit positive sentiment, cautiously though. Might take a trade here, a little long, you know, not too much size, basically, is what I'm thinking, but not financial advice.
What are you thinking for this weekend? What kind of weekend does the chart say we're gonna have?
Probably kind of I mean, this weekend, it's looking pretty good, right? Like with that 8-hour chart, if we continue that, you know, bullish sentiment. But you know, weekends are tricky, right? If there's a major event, then that can happen. If no major event, if we're in the uptrend, then kind of consolidation with a little bit of up. If we're in a downtrend, consolidation with a little bit of down. So I would imagine consolidation with a little bit of up heading into the weekend. There's some big events as well. People are getting bullish, you know, for token 2049 as well as the rate cuts.
Are we back into 60,000 next week?
I think so. I do think so. I think we are. I could be wrong. You know, I have been wrong before, and so
I just want your opinion. Obviously, you know, nothing we say on the show is financial advice whatsoever. We don't want you to trade on this stuff, but like your opinion. You said you basically.
I mean, what the charts is telling me, and with some of, you know, people getting bullish with CPI numbers, I think so. I think we do get back to 60s, low 60s, but I'm always, because of what we went through the past like 3 months, I'm always like cautiously optimistic, you know. And what do I mean by that? Like, you know, if we get a good little run and I'm able to, you know, make some money on a trade, I'm gonna get out and sit back and watch for a little bit, because the past 3 months, momentum kind of going each way, like especially in the positive trend. Yeah. You feel overconfident, and next thing you know, you're like, what the hell? Where'd that come from, right? But we're not in that phase to where it's easy yet. And once that happens, you'll know, because Bitcoin will just continually go up, right? And that's whenever a lot of these traders go from novice to like expert. And it's just because it's easy at that point. Yeah.
Let's jump into the roll call. We skipped that today too. I don't know what today was then. Just an off day for us today. But let's jump into the roll call here. We do have a couple in the graveyard. We have Mr. Hanky first, LFG, Lucky Lucky. So you guys didn't make the live. I don't know why. For some reason, YouTube does not like you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But they moved you over. So first is first today. I gotta say it's Joko. Joko in the number one spot today. Congratulations, Joko. I think it might be your first time as number one. So shout out to you, my friend. He says, hi, guys. This is a question for Fluid. If we stake our Fluid cats on Fluid, are they still visible to other snapshots, i.e. can we still get other airdrops? So I'm gonna ask Raul about that today. Join our space at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is like an hour from right now. You go to my Twitter, you can find it, and I'll tweet it out again before we go live over there. That's just a normal Twitter space, so check that out. We'll both be in there, and I'll definitely answer Raul your question. Number 2 spot, we got Rick G. He says, long live the BRC20. He's back at the BRC20s. Yesterday he had the FB. Today it is BRC20. Shout out to him. Bitmap Galleries in a building. Mats is here. He said mempool getting hot and then to fire. Shout out to you, my friend. I Walk Alone is here. Tim Baker, AODR. Let's go. Steamy J, Ant-Man. No. He said good morning to all. SPI is here. Chief Axel's in the building. I Walk Alone is here. Choda, my man, been here every single day lately. Shout out to you. And we got Cash Cats. Always bring in the coffee and the donuts. But this time, there's no dog go to the moon. This time it's almost takeoff. Shout out, takeoff time. Shout out to Cash 8 Cats, Coach Cats. We like to call him here. It's a coach. Ordinal Sweets and Ordinals Chips, the brothers. They're singing and they're happy. And then we have Mempool Punk is here. John is here. Shout out to John. He said runes are dead. John's looking right. I gotta admit that there runes are looking very dead, especially after Udi's comments there yesterday. Runes are not looking good at all whatsoever. Nighthawk is here. He says LFG, not even an LA earthquake can't stop us from watching Ordinal Revolution. Let's go. Apparently they had an earthquake out there. That's crazy.
Oh, dude. They had like a part of like this neighborhood that's close to the beach, like the asphalt sunk in. It's weird. Whoa. Yeah, it's weird.
That's crazy. Jason, my feet is here. He says LFG. I love that. I love that. Mogar the Great is here. Do you think Fractal dumps after block 21? Dump or run? Good question. What do you think, man? I'm gonna say we run to a block 30,000 and then maybe take a dip. I think that's when you can get people exhausted from minting at that point. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it happens right at block 21,000. I think actually it shoots up because people are going to be looking. Retail is going to be looking for right now. Retail is not really the ones that are getting a ton of FB. I think retail is going to come in and do that. But probably not long afterwards because there's going to be a over exhaustion at that point. So but I think in the bull market, FB is going to be one of those tokens that could do crazy things. So we'll just have to kind of see. But, right now it's looking pretty crazy. It's at $28. So there has been correction for sure. Yesterday, I think the top was, 35? Something like that.
Yeah, 36, yeah.
$36. And right now it's sitting at 28. So, 21,000 block is going to create way more demand.
You think so?
Yeah.
You got to remember, too, if Dotswap puts out their cat thing today, their Cat 20 minting service, that could be pretty nuts too, right? For demand.
Yeah. I mean, it could. It probably will. Honestly, I think it will probably break their website first of all. So I don't know, But then it's definitely going to break their website because the people are going to need FB from them, and then they're going to be trying to mint, Cat, right? So
yeah,
but. You got to give the public what they want. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, man. All right. I see you. I think we already answered your questions. Yeah, we had answered you already. I see you is here. Titus is here. Mempool Punk is in the building. Mike's World is here. Ooh, this is a tough one. So S4 Auto is here. Probably bounce off 42. He thinks we're gonna bounce off 42K.
Well,
what do you think of this comment?
He's probably talking about the last leg down. I mean, look, 3 months ago, I'd probably been like, "You're crazy. I don't think we're going back down that low." But it's not out of the question for me because if you look at every other cycle for the halving year around this time period too, the final leg happens. The final leg, and then basically you crash down and everybody's like, it's over, no bull market. And then that's whenever everybody's like, gotcha. Bitcoin's like, got you guys. And that's whenever we take off. So could happen. Probably expecting some sort of dump before we go up. So
Mike's World has a question here. He says, is cat.fun by BVM Network a good place to trade Cat 20? Did you see this? It came on my timeline, but it was like right before the show started. I didn't get a chance to really dig into it.
Yeah, I've heard about
BVM.
it. I don't know if they're gonna be focusing on Cat 20, but
They are introducing cat.fun. Wow. 3 hours ago.
Wow.
Launch Cat 20 token in one click for $1 in BTC. Your Cat 20 token is instantly tradable, fast 1 second times. Join the fun at cat.fun. I'm going to go to it. Hopefully my Peter Dog doesn't get hacked.
BVM.
I don't know. Am I on the right one?
I don't know.
Yeah, BVM Network, right?
Don't connect your wallet to anything.
No, I'm not going to connect my wallet, but this is it right here. Have you guys used this yet? Mike, have you used it yet, Ian? Cat 420, the real Cat 420. Create a Cat 20 token. Okay. Can you trade? Interesting. I'm going to take a look at this, and I'll get back to you guys tomorrow. Very interesting. Very interesting.
BVM, weren't they trying to be like
Bitcoin virtual machine?
But so is this Robin Limas?
I don't know.
Or is this the Chinese company? Because there was 2 BVMs. I think one's BitVM and then BVM. So, yeah, I think we need it.
So look, this is the one. Bitcoin BVM at Bitcoin Network. Yeah. So
can you send me that? Put that link in the private so I can check it out.
Sure.
Oh, BVM was that? Mike, I think BVM was kind of like the Stacks community was getting behind BVM, right? And then they lost a lot of support because something happened where it seemed like they were like they stalled their building or something. Because I remember
he said he hasn't used it, but I have bought some BVM in the past. So
yeah.
Wow. Stats Pump Fun guys are going to be not happy about this. Kind of front run them a little bit. Pump that fun. Yeah, interesting.
Okay, so he said BVM made the Naka wallet. So I think that's a Stacks wallet, but let's see. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, look at this. I mean, we're talking about we're researching live because this is the energy's back, guys. I mean, I expect for September to get better and better, and for October to be good, and November to be pretty darn good, and December to be amazing, and then probably a pullback to kind of reassess before 2025. So we have started the holiday season, I think, guys.
Yeah, man. And then we have Thiago here. He says, this is a question for you. He says, when Lambo, please?
I'm getting my what was it called? Body kit. I'm getting my body kit, my Lambo body kit to put on top of my Toyota Camry next week. But I'm hoping to get a real one very soon.
I'm going to say Tuesday. I think Tuesday is going to be a good day for Lambos. I don't know if it's going to be this Tuesday, but I think it'll be a Tuesday when we're all just sitting really happy. Mike's World is here. Zeesh. So, Zeesh DM'd me. I tweeted last week and I said, hey guys, someone explained OpCat to me like I'm 6, and he did a great job. He gave me this big article. I'm going to post it from the Ordinal Revolution account so you guys can see it. He did an amazing job. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for that.
He was like, okay, let's say you have 6 goldfish and you want 4 Lego blocks. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he was nicer than that. He said he explained Covenant attested token. That's CAT. I didn't know that, so that was cool. And then he basically comes in. It's a really good job. A really, really good job. Like I said, I'm going to post it later. He really breaks down a lot of really, really good stuff. So shout out to Zeesh, and I'll be posting that later. So look out for that. Choda, he said, yes, they are BVM and not BEVM. Okay. Mike Swirl goes, I also see the ordinals are fad. I think he means dead. Oh, or fad. Okay. Twitter dropped a Cat 20, but I don't know if there's a scam. If Twitter dropped the Cat 20, I think that's probably a scam. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think there was a couple people. I would just, only mess with the official links from Unisat and stuff that are Cat 20 related. But I mean, there's other teams that try to put out a Cat 20 standard, and unfortunately, they didn't get it out quick enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
All I know is that things are happening. I mean, you got Fluid with layer 1 staking. You got everything Fractal. You got the Cat 20 here. You got Bell's coin building. You got a lot of stuff just happening energy wise. And our biggest indicator is a lot of you guys are back. You guys took a vacation. I mean, Wednesday's typically our slowest day. We had 500 people in here yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's our indicator that, guys, things are brewing, things are cooking. Let's get ready to eat.
Yeah, man. Tekken Iron Fist 88888 says ho ho ho. He's getting ready for the holiday season. Thiago's laughing at Kai Effect or saluting him. John says Inscribe 3 done the dirty on Benny.
That's an interesting topic.
Yeah, you want to get into that really quick? We do have some time. I'll just explain what happened.
Okay.
So Inscribe 3, they have a pipe marketplace. It's one of the few, I think it might be the only one besides SatX. Obviously it's been running for them. They have marketplace already, so they forked it. They forked pipe, and they basically put it on Fractal. Benny has MIT license. He gets his stuff actually licensed, which is another word for basically patent. And he had pipe patent, but in the same way, he could have just forked atomicals. He could have just forked runes. It's really just the same thing, right? It's just, so I don't know if there's a lawsuit there or whatever, but they took that and they put it on Fractal. And this is just me from outside looking in. I don't know the real story. But Benny's guy, Benny's alt account, SMB, and I'm just kidding. SMB comes out and he writes all this stuff to Inscribe. But at the end of the day, Benny's not gonna touch Fractal anyway. So why does Benny even care? Right?
I think he's more upset about the fact that protocol is someone's benefiting from it, right? I mean, the thing about code is that it is property. You can make it IP. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's like software, right? And so I think that's where this is coming from. I didn't know he had an MIT license though. That's wild. Yeah. So that actually kind of makes me more bullish on Benny because it's like MIT offered him a license for it, or they're studying.
Well, I think you send it to them and they give you a patent for it. But
you pay for that. So I mean, pretty much anybody can do it. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think we got to go a little bit further in. Obviously, they did alter it though. It's not the exact same code because you change a P to an F. FB.
Yeah. Bitcoin's open source, right? So that's the difference between the two.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is definitely like a legality thing, so I don't want to speak on something I'm not proficient in. But that is they did show, someone showed a snapshot and they changed basically P for pipe within I think a part of the JSON in it.
I gotcha.
To FB. Regardless, I mean, that thing exists on Fractal. It's not like you can go erase it.
It's true. Tekken Iron Fist goes, hey from Wales. John says we're in Wales, Liverpool. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna come to Liverpool, John. I'm gonna find you, buddy. I'm gonna have a conversation with you. No, I'm just playing. I love you, John. Kai Effect says Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Shout out to you. And that's probably emojis that StreamYard, which we use, kind of puts out in words. But Mike says, is board CBRC 20 a legit Twitter? They have Cat 20.
That
Be
was
very
the cat.
careful.
That was the Cat 20 that I was talking about. That was trying
Okay.
to launch on Fractal, I think, and I think they got front ran by the Cat 20 that's on Unisat right now. So
Gotcha.
Which you know what? Just real quick though, thinking about that, Flux could have pushed whoever released Cat 20, the smart contract script standard out earlier than they wanted to, because they saw what happened, and they know that there's talented enough developers and people to put that out before them. So I guess thank you in that sense.
Well, the Cat 20 guys, I don't think they were gonna wait until Block 21,000 anyway, because how crazy would that would have been? I mean, you could see sats for V-Byte at like 5,000-6,000 if ordinals were able to be minted right now. 10K collections, and getting the top 50 inscriptions, and it would be madness. It would be madness. I'm kind of glad. I'm hoping the Cat is minted out completely before BRC 20s hit. Just for the sake of the mempool.
I think it will be. But here's the thing, though, is like Unisat right away supported it.
Yeah,
because they put Cat 20 on their mint menu, right? So
because Unisat knows who it is, right? So we're being told that there's a big name behind Cat 20. We're not told who it is, but we're told that when it comes out, it's really going to drive the price of Cat 20. So I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt. Not financial advice. Just what we're hearing on the back end by a really good source. Apparently, the guy that if he comes out, or girl, if they come out, and and it's this big name that everyone knows, and someone get really, really bullish on this, because this person isn't only building the protocol, they're actually building potentially a swap, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. But Cat 20's, it's programmable, so you're gonna be able to do a lot of cool stuff with it. So I can't wait to see what comes next from it. But Tekken Fist, he says, hey John. Let's see. Okay, we got Paywan. It says, is Casey the founder of Catnip? No, it is Udi. And what's his name? Eric Wall. Yeah. Patents do get stolen. SERCO, yes. And the open source aspects, USA patents always stolen by the Brits. Tesla, macaroni is a classic one. John says, come to Liverpool, Shizzy. I will give you a Beatles haircut. Thanks, bro. I don't know if I'd be able to. You probably have to grow it out a little bit. But yeah, it might take me a little while. Almost done is here, and then that's it. Then Tekken goes, my granddad supported Liverpool. And then Chief Axel right at the end there with a Arsenal fan here. So we got some Arsenal fans. I guess that's Liverpool soccer team, right? Is that why?
I think it's
not too familiar. Okay.
Gotcha. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yep. All right, guys. Just remember, we're going to be in a space in about 48 minutes. So check us out over there. I'm going to tweet it out. So check our Twitters at Shizzy Sats, at Ord Revolution, and at Yagobi Verse. So check our Twitters if you need to find us. But definitely come to that space. I'm going to give away 3 Billy Cats. So be there, guys. I want to give you guys the Billy Cats. I would love for you guys to show up, get a good crowd going. I'm going to give away some Billy Cats. It's going to be fun. Ask Raul any questions. If you're a founder and you want to get listed on the staking, come on stage. I'm sure Raul would love to hear from you. It's going to be a really good show. Check us out. And guys, if you wouldn't mind checking out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles, guys. Articles dating back all the way from last September. If you know someone new entering the space, send them our website. I really feel like it really help them really get started. So send them ordinalrevolution.com. And if you are interested in merch, we have some of the best merch in Ordinals. Just go there, hit the store button, you order some shirts, some hats, some hoodies. Check it out. You don't got to buy, just check it out. That helps the show. And it's a third party, so we never see your address, we never see your name. It's all done through a third party. So check us out, ordinalrevolution.com.
Yep. And also I want to show something from the site real quick, because we did add you guys, if you want to get early bird tickets for the Bitcoin 2025 conference, you can do that here. Get a discount. We'll be there next year. We're going to try to do some events, maybe, possibly. But, Nashville was a blast, and we think Vegas is Vegas. Everything stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
And then also NordVPN, guys. Shizzy's been talking a lot about, being able to utilize this, because You want to protect, if you're in the US, you want to protect your diamonds from Magic Eden. So you can utilize that. You get a 74% discount off of that as well. But you know, and then all these articles.
Real quick, do not use magiceden.us. Do not connect your wallet to that site. Obviously, it's Magic Eden safe. You're not going to get anything happen, but there's a good chance you might not get the airdrop if you do so.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just being like extremely cautious, right? So that's what we wanted to hit on. And then also, guys, if you have a moment, please check out our partners, BitPerp. We talked about them earlier. They are going to be the premier perpetual leverage DEX for the Bitcoin ecosystem, launching on a Bitcoin layer 2 in Q4. Paper trading competition coming up in about 3 weeks. You're going to be able to win passes. You're going to be able to win possibly, like, I don't know, points. Let's just say there's going to be points there. I guess I wish everybody just know what points means, but anyways, and then Ordinal Hive, they are about to launch their aggregator Ordinal marketplace, guys. So you're going to be able to find the cheapest ordinals on Ordinal Hive for Bitcoin layer 1 ordinal collections. And they scaled out to Merlin chain as well. So you can utilize them there to earn Ordinal Hive points, right? You can go to beta.ordinalhive.io to do that. All you got to do is list, sell, buy, just interact with the platform and you'll earn points for future rewards there. Fluid tokens, big day today. You're going to be able to stake your Billy Cats. Shizzy's giving away some Billy Cats later today. Join us in about 45 minutes in that space, guys. You can ask Raul and his team any questions, especially if you're a builder. It's going to be really big, guys. There's a lot of builders utilizing this platform to stake for their community, and they're new builders that are going to release collections that are going to utilize this for a great idea. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to give it away. But check them out. And then Verothium DEX, they are a Bitcoin layer 1 synthetic asset DEX that is on Merlin chain. So they scaled there. You can stake your BRC 420s right now. Verothium Mines, the Dragon Ball, and also the Blue Box with more to come. They're looking to integrate with bitmap.game, which is starting to build up pretty quick. That metaverse on Merlin is looking very, very awesome. So check them out. And then Foxy, which we're going to have the Foxy Bitverse Clan Wars. So our team has been training. We're ready. I don't think anybody's going to really be able to compete with us, but bring it. And the winner is going to get 25 bit miners from the Foxy team. So, you know, go once they announce the practice site so you guys can start practicing, go practice because you're going to need it versus the Ordinal Revolution clan. But we thank you for checking out our partners.
100%. Yeah, man. And guys, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different of a show. Yagobi will be in the air, headed to what's it called? Coin
Ordinal Summit is the main focus.
Ordinal Summit.
Yeah. But obviously token 2049 as well. I'll be there
token 2049
on the first day.
Sounds great. So check us out tomorrow, guys. It'll be me, and I'm not really sure yet. I got a couple, but if you guys are interested in coming on the show and to be my co-host, I haven't really asked anybody yet. So message me at Shizzy Sats on Twitter if you want to come on tomorrow. We had my man Itatoshi on the 1 week, and that was really cool. So just let us know if you are interested in coming on and being my co-host, and I'll ask you some questions, and it could be fun. But let me know, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, experts on reload. Man, pool getting hot, everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro? Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.